Hey everyone, so today's video is one that I've been planning on filming for ages now, and that is all the things I would tell my first year self / fresher regrets. So basically things I wish I had or hadn't done in first year that I'm going to share with you guys. I feel like this might be helpful if you're heading into your first year in September. Just a little bit of advice basically, things that I wish that I had done differently. So I'm just going to jump straight in with my first fresher regret, and that is the fact that I didn't join enough societies / didn't commit to enough societies. So I think in first year I joined Body Sock. I did not go to a single Body Sock social or a single Body Sock like activity, you know, the exercise classes that you sign up to do. I didn't go to a single one of those. So even though I joined societies, I just didn't make the most of them. I think the other society I joined in first year was Psychology Society. Again, I think I went to 1 or 2 socials for that in like Freshers Week and then didn't go for the rest of the year. So basically I regret not making the most of societies and joining things and making friends that way, and going to socials as well. That's another one on my list that basically coincides. I regret not going to enough socials. I think for me, because I found my friends quite quickly in the halls that I was put in, I didn't really make the effort to go out and meet other people elsewhere, which, although that was fine because I had friends from my house, it would have obviously been nicer to kind of had a wider group of people that I knew. Also, it's so much easier to join societies in first year, which is like the biggest reason I regret it, because even though I did stuff in, well, mainly my final year, I always felt like this pressure that I couldn't join these societies because I was no longer in first year, which is stupid. If you're a second or third year, like, don't feel like that because it's stupid. But I'd got it into my head that because now I wasn't a first year, I couldn't join these societies because people wouldn't know who I was and I wouldn't have any friends, and just a big stress like that. And I just felt like if I'd joined them in first year, it would have been a lot easier. I could have met people and then I could have had friends for the 3 years that I was at university from those societies. So I would definitely say if you're going into your first year of uni this September, make the most of the societies. Join anything that you think you could be interested in, even if it's something you've never done before. Join something absolutely crazy like windsurfing or skiing or something, even if that is nothing to do with anything you think you're good at or you think, you know, you've had experience in, because it's just such a good way to meet people. And I just feel like if you don't go out and meet people at these societies and socials, you end up a little bit limited in the group of people that you know, which is fine, like, to an extent. Like, I got through 3 years of uni absolutely fine, but I just know, looking back, I wish I had joined more societies. Also, I wish I'd joined societies not even just for the fact of meeting people, but also actually learning a new thing and being skilled at something. Like, I really enjoy dance, and I used to do dance from when I was like, I don't know, young to probably about 14, 15, and then I stopped, and I wish so bad that I did dance at university, because now I've left, I'm like looking for places locally that I can go to dance, and it's just so much harder. Whereas at university, like, everything's handed to you, everything's in one place, you can learn all of these new things and do so many different hobbies, and it's all in one place, which just makes it so much easier. My second regret is kind of along the same sort of line, and that is not making friends on my course in first year. So because in my halls I had one girl who was on my course, I made friends with her really quickly at the start, and then we kind of just paired up, and it was great because all through first year we'd go to lectures together. Well, actually, we didn't go to many lectures, I'll get onto that as a later regret, but we would do things together, and anything that was psychology related, I'd always have her. So neither of us kind of went to the effort of meeting anyone else on our course because we didn't really feel like we had to. And I think that is a real shame, because again, it's so much nicer knowing like a larger group of people wherever you meet them. It's nice to have a bigger group of friends, just because it means you can do more things, meet different people, go out more times, and, you know, have different experiences at university. You're not limited to one group of friends. And also I think making an effort with people in first year would have made second and third year a bit easier, because in second and third year you're kind of forced to do things with other people. There's more sort of group work and projects together, which I didn't really have in first year, which meant making friends in the second and third year was like a little bit harder, and it was a lot more intimidating going to a room of people where you didn't know anyone because you've not made the effort to get to know anyone on your course. So I would definitely say, again, if you're going into your first year, even if you've got people that you already know on your course, either from your halls or say from your hometown, you've both gone to the same university and you're both doing the same course, make an effort to meet people other than them as well. Like, include them, you can do it together, which makes it a whole lot less scary, but make sure you meet at least like a few other people and just get friendly with some other people. And you could do that even through your course's society as well. So for me, I could have met people through Psychology Society, and then I definitely think I would have felt more comfortable during second and third year as well with like meeting new people. So I guess, as I've mentioned lectures, my next regret is missing so many lectures. If you've seen any of my previous university videos where I talk about first year, I'll link my whole university playlist in the description, but I did not go to many lectures in first year. In the second term of first year, I think I went to maybe one a week, and that was pretty good. I was awful. It very quickly went downhill, and part of that was because I'd made friends with this girl in my halls who I loved a bit, Taylor. She's like one of my closest friends, I love her. But she didn't go to lectures either, which meant we were a bad influence, and I didn't have any other friends on my course to kind of motivate me to go to the lectures and things like that. So we both missed majority of our lectures in first year, which is just, it's not good because it just makes your life harder. It doesn't, you think at the time like, oh, this is great, I'm at university and I have to do absolutely nothing. I can sleep until like 5 PM, which was quite a frequent occurrence for Taylor. Taylor would sometimes get up and it would be dark outside. But at the end of the day, it only makes your own life harder. Like, your lecturers don't care if you're not at their lecture. They've got like 200 other people in the room that they can worry about. They're not going to notice if you're missing, but that doesn't mean that you should not go to them. Like, just make an effort where you can. I'm not saying go crazy. Like, if you miss a few, it's not a big deal. It is first year. Most of the time first year doesn't count. But when it comes to revising and stuff for exams, you want to put the effort in, and it's just so much harder when you've not been in the lectures, because you have to go through all of them and get all of your notes and just basically start from scratch. And I just definitely wish I hadn't put that pressure on myself in first year, particularly because you can't do that in second and third year, and it just makes second and third year a lot harder and like the jump a lot harsher, because all of a sudden you've not gone to any lectures for a whole year, and then second year counts, so you have to go to everything, and it just is a lot more stressful. My next regret is more in terms of the socialising aspect of uni, and that is something that I think maybe quite a few people would say after finishing first year. But I regret the amount of alcohol I consumed in my first year of university. I mean, I've got a whole video on drinking at uni, which will also be in the playlist that's linked in my description. But I just went a little wild in first year. I'd only just turned 18 at the end of August, so it was my first time really drinking. Really took advantage of that to the point where I regret it completely. It's just not fun, because for me, when I drink a lot of alcohol, my reaction is just to forget everything. Like, I don't throw up, I don't do anything like that, but you know, I could have maybe 2 glasses of wine and I will forget everything beyond that till the morning, and then I have to be filled in. And like, that is just not, like, that is not a nice way to spend first year, where now looking back at it, I can't remember 50% of the things I got up to because I drank alcohol at the time. So I definitely don't regret drinking alcohol full stop, but I just wish maybe I had learnt my limits a little bit quicker, and maybe I'd realised that I don't need alcohol to have fun a little bit quicker, because I definitely think I could have done a lot more other things that's not alcohol related, like little things with friends, games nights, film nights, that sort of thing that doesn't involve alcohol, and I think I would have liked it a lot more. Also, in terms of socialising, I wish I'd made choices for myself a lot more, which sounds a bit stupid, like, who are you making your choices for? But when it came to going out and things like that, I would like never think of what I actually wanted to do. If someone else in my flat wasn't going to a particular night out and I didn't know the other people as well, I wouldn't go, and I'd just stay at home because I didn't want to go if they weren't going, which is just stupid. Or in the same sense, I would go to a night out that I didn't want to go on because everyone else was going, and I had FOMO, like major FOMO in first year, so I would go and not enjoy myself and come back. And I just wish that I'd kind of learned that it's okay to do what I want to do, and like, you know, if you're not feeling a night out, don't force yourself to go on a night out, because it's just not going to be enjoyable. So I definitely say again, if you're going to first year, like, do what you want to do. University is your time to be yourself and do whatever you want, as long as it's safe. But, you know, if you want to go on a night out, go on a night out. No one's going to stop you. If you'd rather stay at home for a few nights a week and chill and read books and watch Netflix, do that, because also no one's going to care. Like, university is your time to experience university however you want to experience it, and I just wish I'd done that more in first year. But definitely it wasn't until second year that I realised, like, oh wait, you know, I can have a night's in and enjoy myself, and like it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that would definitely be another first year regret. My final thing that I wish I'd done in first year was contact and keep in touch with my friends and family from back home a lot more. I was so happy with the freedom of living away from home that I just literally forgot about everything at home. I feel bad for my parents because I don't think I contacted them hardly ever in first year, because I was just in this little bubble, university life bubble, where I was free, I was now an independent person, I could do what I wanted, and then I just didn't think about, you know, letting my parents know, like, oh, I'm having a good time, or like, how are you? And just keeping them up to date with what I was doing in my life. I think I could have done a lot better. But I guess on the other hand of that, I definitely don't recommend like contacting your family loads. Like, obviously do whatever's normal and natural for you, but especially in the first few weeks of first year, it can be quite like different, and you get homesick and you just kind of want to contact your family. But I would say during those first few weeks at least, I would recommend like trying to meet the people in your flat and not focusing on the people back home. But then maybe once you're more into the term, then make sure you're keeping in contact with your family, because it's nice for them and it's nice for you. And the same with friends. Like, I just wasn't good at keeping in contact with friends from home while I was at university. I had all of these new friends around me, and I just didn't even think to message people from back home. And looking back on that, that's definitely something I regret doing. And they have been all of the things that I wish I'd done differently in first year. They are my first year regrets, you could say. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's maybe been helpful for some of you guys who are starting university in September. If you are starting uni in September, let me know in a comment and let me know what you're studying and what university you're at. So exciting. I wish you the best of luck, and also the best of luck for results, which I actually think will be out now. So I hope you all got the results you wanted, and I hope you're all going to a university you wanted, or doing whatever next step in your life that you're planning on doing. If you've got any specific university questions that you want to ask, also leave that in a comment down below, and I'm planning on doing a whole university Q&A where I answer all of those. So definitely, if you've got anything that you're worried about, or you want advice on, or you've just got a random question about university in general, leave that in a comment and I will answer that in a future video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!